The MP9 Stained Glass from the Canals Collection, one of the OG collections in the game. These skins have been underrated for a very long time. Then at a certain point in time they were pumped to new all-time highs, which was kinda insane. And yes, if you're asking yourself, these are pattern based, these can be looking different. And ever since these all-time highs, the price for this MP9 has crashed to almost all-time lows. You can see the hype was extremely big. This was selling around for 800, 900 euros up on the Steam community market, which is kinda insane. And in the past month, we've been selling it around for 190, and the cheapest one listed is actually for 190. And on third-party websites, you can obviously find even better deals up on these. I just think that there's still a lot of potential to these skins ever since they've been worth the same price around the same area. I mean, on third-party websites, you can definitely find even better deals. As I've already said, these skins were always kind of pricey just because the Canals collection is super rare, and down the line, these skins cannot be acquired anymore. So I think the potential to this is actually enormous. And to be honest, I'm not sure about the patterns up on these, but for example, these have a little bit less red, and there's also like another color in it which looks kind of spicy in my opinion. And if it's kind of pricey for you, the next investment is definitely a budget one. The MP9 Mount Fuji from the Operation Riptide collection. If you have been holding this skin for a while, I definitely suggest you do not sell it right now, because ever since these skins have dropped in price, you know, a lot of skins up on the market were dropping because of the latest market crash, and right now a lot of investors are getting back into the market, and this MP9 Mount Fuji in the field tested condition, in the well-worn condition, minimal wear and factory new, is currently rising up on the markets. As you can see, we've been at all-time highs over like 50 euros, somewhere in that area, which is kind of insane, 64 euros to be exact. And then we've dropped all the way down to 17 and already rebounded to 27. It is a very fast price increase. The minimal wear condition is also rebounding kind of fast. In the past month, for example, we've been at around 10 euros and right now selling for almost 13. So the rise is definitely there, it's just not noticeable. But if you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, a lot of these skins are finally rebounding after a very long time. M4 A1S Moss Quartz, ever since the new dead hand terminal, the new M4 A1S Electrum has actually outperformed the sales, the volumes, everything. I mean, the Norse collection skins are very rare, that's why they're kind of pricey, and not a lot of people are actually going for these skins right now. But I think it could be a very big mistake, since these skins have definitely a very bright future. There's not many out of these left. Obviously, not a lot of people use them actually up for trade-ups, but I will be going here for the factory new conditions. It's around like 200 euros up on the Steam community market, so even way cheaper on third-party websites. I definitely suggest you checking these skins out. Even the minimal wear version is down in price by a lot, but factory new conditions as well, they've been selling at around 200 euros previously, and right now we've been at all-time lows at around like what, 140 euros, which is kind of insane. And in just the past week, we've increased quite fast. I think there's still a lot of potential to these skins. Obviously, don't buy them up on the Steam community market, because the prices are kind of up there, because this skin is at the end of the day kind of rare, so definitely worth checking them out on other sites. The minimum wear condition has been also at around like 118 euros, which is kind of insane, 120 as you can see. So we started to rebound just slightly from 50 euros all the way to 64, but do you think there's way more room up there, or have the price is finally settled? Also, we're currently giving away this M4 A1S Electrum. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. I wish to all of you the best of luck in the comments. Let's get right into the next investment on our list. The Glock 18 Gamma Doppler hasn't increased as much as just some other skins, for example. I mean, the Glock 18 Nuclear Guardian is gonna reach soon the same price as this Glock Gamma Doppler, and if we're honest, this skin is the way superior version. Yes, the Nuclear Guardian may look greenish and also cool, but I think this is the best Glock in the game, at least after Fate, for example, just because I really do enjoy the green color, and generally speaking, I'm a big fan of Gamma Doppler skins, and this is a must-have for a green loadout in my opinion. If you remember, the factory new condition has been worth around like what, 400 euros up on a Steam community market, which is kind of insane, I agree, but right now it fell like 50% in price. At the point we were even selling for like 160 euros, and on third-party websites even cheaper for the factory new condition. I think there's still a lot of potential to these skins just because they can't be acquired anymore. This collection was from 2021, the train collection is kind of very rare. Yes, there's still a lot of people that could be using skins to trade up for these, but the demand is gonna outweigh the supply. That's at least just my own prediction, and in the near future these skins could be reaching new all-time highs. I mean, we've been already at like what, 400 euros, as I've already said. We're not gonna reach maybe 400, but I think 300 is definitely possible in my opinion. If you have ever wanted to get this AK-47 crane flight from the Dead Hand collection, I think right now is a great opportunity to enter the market. Yes, at the end of the day, the terminals may be here for a very long time, but I still think that these pink skins will will be very desirable, first of all, because they are beautiful looking skins. They can be used up for trade-ups, and the conditions upon these are super important, because at the end of the day, this determines the future of the gloves that you will get out of it if you use these skins up for trade-ups, right? So generally speaking, yes, we've reached an all-time low for these skins right now. I don't really think that it's gonna go any lower, maybe a few euros, but that's not gonna be a huge. I think this skin will definitely hold its value for the next couple of years to come. It could also go slightly up in price if not a lot of people redeem the skins from the terminals, because they're more expensive than up on the Steam community market. More people will be buying the skins up on the market, not from Valve itself, right? And this just means that the supply of these will be increasing slowly, but because of the fact that it's a beautiful skin, the supply rate is gonna be higher compared to some other pink skins, just because not a lot of people will be willing to use them up for trade-ups. But honestly, for that price, I think it's definitely a great pickup. Also think that the AVP Manowar is just a very beautiful looking skin, and the potential for the uprise is there, but it's gonna be a slow riser in my opinion. This skin is very liquid. There's still a lot of demand for this. Ever since the gold trade-up update, the market value of this skin has absolutely exploded even further. There's way more demand, and I think the long-term potential of these skins is huge. It's also important what condition you're gonna get, but at the end of the day, the chroma knives, they're not gonna be the most important if you get some gem finishes, because at the end of the day, they will always be in effect to new condition, and that's why the chroma collection will stay on top for a very long time. Obviously, before that, there's gonna be the Hydro collection or the glove case collection, because the gloves are super expensive, the OG gloves. But I think these knives eventually will be super limited in the near future when we hit all-time highs, all-time player numbers. It is definitely possible, so I think as a play skin and as a trade-up skin, it is definitely worth checking out. Also, I was doing some openings and I got the 5.7 heat treated from the Spot and Feel collection. This one is in the minimal wear condition, a pretty decent float, I would say, but the skin is looking very weird. This is not even close to being a blue gem. The colors are super off. I mean, these skins are worth like only 4 euros up on the third-party website, and this is not a lot by any means. Minimal wear conditions, direct trade-ups to some nice pink skins, Glock Exia, Rainbow Spoon. Obviously, Valve with the new Armory update not coming in has absolutely destroyed these skins. Obviously, they have a future. If you have these skins, I will be definitely keeping them for the long run. Definitely do not sell right now. When these skins actually get removed out of the Armory and replaced, prices could surge up, but not for a very long time. I would consider selling into this hype maybe at least 50% of your skins. Well, the Oak Carved Jade from the Ancient Collection, this is a mil-spec skin. It definitely has seen better days, and if you're asking yourself what condition is this, to be exact, this is factory new. This skin is showing a lot of wear rating, and ever since a lot of the new updates and a lot of souvenir skins now being able to get traded up, this Oak Carved Jade has dropped in price quite significantly in a very short time. And no, I'm not saying that this is a bad investment, but right now I just don't think this is a great time to buy these. Ever since it has dropped from like what, all the way from 150 euros all the way down to like 60 and selling for 70 right now. Meanwhile, the souvenir condition upon this is worth only 30 euros, in the factory new condition to be exact 28 euros. Field tested and minimal wear is also worth around like 5 to 7 euros. I think there's a lot of potential to buying these skins in the souvenir condition, since I think they look way better. And also, prices of these are only a fraction, and you can still take these souvenir stickers off at the end of the day if you do not enjoy them. I just think that there's way more potential to souvenir skins now than previously, and people still don't understand it, because you can actually use these up for trade-ups, and still in the next couple of years these will be used up and prices for these could be surging up. But don't go for the regular factory new condition, since I think it's still kind of volatile, to be honest. Even though the Ancient Collection is one of the rarest ones in the game, and people or collectors could definitely shift towards these in the near future yet again. Also, check this P90 Traction out. The mil-spec skin from the Horizon Collection was worth at a certain point around 9 euros, and right now we've crashed all the way down to 3 euros, even cheaper on third-party websites. Obviously, this is only a mil-spec skin, but I see the potential for these skins in the future. It's also a clean-looking P90 for a mil-spec skin, for a blue skin. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Put them in your storage unit, don't use them. Obviously, the factory new condition, some of these have super low floats. Sometimes you're gonna overpay for the floats, but I think on third-party websites you can definitely find some regular floats for no overpay, and you should be going for them, in my opinion. But always remember to always make your own research upon your investments, because at the end of the day nothing is guaranteed, and Valve is actually doing whatever they want with the market, so nowadays you never know what's gonna happen. And if you're interested in other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch my other videos.